Hello and welcome to some soft-spoken gaming ASMR. I'm Bear and today we're going to be playing Risk of Rain 2, one of my favorite action roguelikes. We are going to be playing Rex, who is part plant, part robot, and let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be playing Simulacrum, my favorite game mode, which is an endless arcade-style game mode where you face waves of enemies in increasing difficulty one after another. I am using a new keyboard, so expect a lot of clicky clackies, and perhaps me missing some keys that would normally be rather easy for me to hit. Alright, so as you can see, we've got a lot of enemies to take down, some of which are big, some of which are small. And together, so individually these enemies may not be much of a threat, but there are a lot of them and we're playing on the highest difficulty. And as I said, the difficulty will increase over time. I think I said that. Well, in this endless arcade style game mode, the difficulty will increase as we fight more and more enemies. So we're on wave 2 right now. Waves 3, 4, 5, and so on are going to increase in difficulty as we complete them. Oh. So ideally, we don't want to get hit too many times by these enemies, because we will lose, and it will end our run whenever we get to 0 HP. So we need to be careful. Make sure we don't die, and see how high we can get, how many waves can we clear. So, let's keep going forward. I might actually... It's probably not a good idea to get rid of the ignition tank that we got, because that can be a very powerful item. But it's tempting to get rid of it, because this building right here is a 3D printer, which will allow us to turn any rare item, any item with a green border, into the green item displayed right there, which is another good one, and it would be more immediately helpful for us in the short term. But I think I'm going to go for the long term, the item that's better in the long term, which is the one that we already have. Alright. I'm definitely getting used to this new keyboard still, but I am enjoying the clicky clackies quite a lot. It has a very crunchy sound because it's a mechanical keyboard. I'll go for this item. So that item increases our damage against bosses. Ooh. Oh, this is actually really good. So we will in just very soon, in just a moment, we will be able to benefit from that ignition tank, which I was telling you earlier is not helpful for us in the short term. Because what the ignition tank does is it increases the damage we deal with flaming damage over time effects, and we did not have any, but we just picked up a Molotov, which produces one of those effects. Thus, we can now make use of the ignition tank. Oh, a new coin. There are a lot of these little guys that we're fighting right now. Let's see if we can kill these ones that are out here. There we are. And now we're at the end of the wave. That's a movement technique that I really like trying to pull off, but it can be difficult. It can be difficult to pull off. Oh, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. That was scary. We're back up at full health already because Rex has a lot of healing. Rex is a very, very healing-focused character. Ow. Goodness me. So, let's see if I can explain some more of what Rex does. After I kill that green character. So, we're also going to use our Molotovs, which will set enemies on fire and deal a lot of damage. But, so this little flower that I've just shot out will snare enemies and pull them in to the center of the flower, which is really good because it means that we can position enemies with it, which is good because I'm about to make some seeds rain from the sky, and those will only hit enemies who are standing below them. And you can make enemies stand below it with the flower. So it's a really useful synergy, essentially. Alright, so this little guy is going to take us to a different location. Let's see, what is in here? I will take that. That increases our movement speed. A legendary. This is early for a legendary. So this is Frost Relic, and what that does is when you kill an enemy, it surrounds you with a blizzard, essentially. I'm also going to be taking this. So we cannot have this and the Molotov at the same time. However, I think this item is much better, especially this early on. So let's move on to the next wave. And you can see that little blizzard around us. As we kill more enemies, it'll increase in size, and then eventually it does go away. So we can see it's getting bigger and dealing damage to enemies that are around us. And as we get more kills, that'll refresh its duration. So that's really nice. We essentially have an attacking field around us. It's very powerful this early on. It falls off in damage a little bit later. But like this early on, we've just had a huge power spike essentially. So that's nice. Let's grab an item. So we get an item at the end of every wave. We get our choice of 3 random items. Oh right, I forgot about the blizzard. We can just walk up to these guys and they'll explode. Okay. Let's see if we can get these guys with our blizzard. Indeed we can. We just have to jump up high a little bit. Okay. Ooh, this is really good. When we kill enemies, this will set other nearby enemies on fire. Which, as I already mentioned earlier, we have a buff to our fire damage. Our fire damage effects. There we go, now we got the blizzard effect. Let's get all of those guys. Alright, here they are. And we've just cleared wave 8, and we got a pretty good item out of it. Let's grab this armor. So that gives us flat damage reduction from all attacks, which isn't as useful as the enemies get more damage per attack. However, because it's just flat reduction, it's not a percentage. However, it's still really good for attacks that do a little amount of damage many times, such as being on fire, for example. It's a pretty good defense against that. or like machine guns, any enemy that has a machine gun type effect. Alright, so the next wave is going to be a boss wave. Ooh, that's a really good item. So this will essentially send out a homing weapon, a homing projectile when we're sprinting. So it should be activating now. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, these guys are on fire. I did not realize we were already to that point. That's pretty strong. Okay, well then. Let's get all those guys that are in the air. I guess this is the boss wave, so that makes sense. But yeah, so you get better rewards for boss waves. Your items that you have to choose from in boss waves are always at least rarity or above. Ouch, ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Ooh, this is scary. This is kind of scary. I have to kill that thing. Okay, it's dead. That's good. Ow. And we beat the boss wave. So let's check out what item we got. I'm going to take this green box, the regenerating scrap, and what we can actually do with that is we can turn it into a green item at a 3D printer once per stage. Of course, this is not ideal because we have to go really far out there to get it. And we don't really have a good way to heal from that, so I'm just not gonna bother grabbing it. Because that would be it would take us a long time to heal just from regeneration. Just from normal regeneration. Okay. So, basically we're moving on to the next wave. And we're going to be at a different location this time. Let's see if I can get out here safely. Alright, I'm going to grab this. So, getting that item, it's essentially a chest, and opening it will cost us 50% of our HP. But we got a really good item from it, so we're going to go back out there and get that item. So, we got plasma shrimp from that chest, which makes it so that when you have a shield, all of your hits will fire missiles, tiny little pink missiles at enemies. So, you can see our shield in the bottom left at our HP bar. It's the little pink section of our HP bar. And shields do regenerate over time if you don't get hit for a while. So, yeah. This is really cool. That's a really good item. And the reason I think it's so good, in my opinion of course, is because Rex, the character we're playing, makes a lot of small hits when he attacks. And especially with this, that little rain of pain that we've got going on. And with our Frost Relic, that also does a lot of small hits. So basically, anytime we hit an enemy, like with our many small hits, all of those small hits will have will send missiles at the enemy. And the missiles from this item don't do much damage, but they do generate a lot more hits. And there are a lot of items in this game that have a chance to trigger an effect when you hit an enemy. So all of these tiny hits that we're making have the potential to trigger these effects, and this is scary. Okay, we're good. We're fine now. Yeah, we're fine. So those little orange sticky bombs that you can sometimes... Those things. I'll try to point them out again. This thing right here. So those little sticky bombs are one of the effects that can be triggered on hit. You have to acquire the sticky bomb item, obviously. But when it's triggered, it attaches a sticky bomb to the enemy that you've hit. And when the bomb explodes after a second or two, that will deal damage to that enemy and the nearby surrounding enemies. The range isn't very big, but the damage really adds up over many hits. And every time we hit an enemy, it has a chance to generate one of those sticky bombs. So the more hits we make, the more sticky bombs we get. And like I said, the damage really adds up quickly. Okay. You might notice that we're not generating those pink missiles right now. And that is because I consumed some of our HP. Well, we're generating them now, but for a bit we weren't. But that was because I consumed some of our HP to use the flower. Using the flower does consume your own HP, and that will consume our shields first, if we have shields, and then it will consume our HP. So basically I got rid of our shields in order to use the flower, and that's the one weakness that this strategy does have. Well, I'm sure there are plenty of weaknesses to it, but you know what I mean. It's one of the weaknesses that it has. Okay, let's try and deal more damage to this boss. Okay. And those shields will regenerate after a while if we don't take any damage. So we have those missiles again. I'm hoping that in the future we'll get enough shields to the point that even if we use our flower once, we'll still have shield after that. Because this is a pretty big weakness that we have right now. Not being able to use our flower without sacrificing some of our damage. It's a pretty big problem. So many jellyfish. Hey, where would a jellyfish put its wallet? Tell me in the comment section below where you think a jellyfish would put its wallet. Alright, so we're going to be moving again. We're passing by some chests, which I am going to open. At least I'm going to open this one. So, we haven't actually lost any HP yet because of the shields that we have that will regenerate and allow us to go back out of this safe area again if we want to, without taking damage. Ooh. So, we got a 10% crit chance from that item. And that will stack so we can get more of that, more copies of that item to get more crit chance. I'm not... Oh, I see. So we weren't shooting at all, but we were sprinting, and our little sprinting missiles that we got last stage dealt some damage to the enemy, so I was wondering what was dealing damage there since we weren't shooting. But yeah, see those little balls that are shooting out of us? Those are, whenever we sprint, we shoot those. I believe we have to be within, like, see, they're not shooting now, but now they are. We do have to be somewhat close to an enemy for them to shoot out, and it is really tempting to get the attack speed, but I will take the shuriken instead. Okay, this is a bit frightening. Oh, very frightening, actually. Oh, very frightening. Yes. That was scary. Okay, we're fine now. We're very fine now. Yep, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be just fine. And there we go, we cleared wave 17. I will take this. I don't think it's going to be very useful on us, but it's always hard not to take the rare item when there's a bunch of commons and they're rare, right? It's hard not to just take the rare. Even if it's not very good on you, you know, on your character. Just simply because it's rare. I think sometimes it can be hard not to resist the shiny. There you go. Uh-oh. Silly floating head. And I will take more crit damage, I suppose. Or, not crit damage, crit chance. There we are. I love jumping in the air like that. Aerial mobility in this game is really fun. Ooh. Got all of these guys over here. Hiding behind their friends. They can't shoot me because their friends are in the way. Alright, there we go. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is a good item. So this reduces the damage that we take when we're sprinting. And this is the boss wave. So we do need to be relatively cautious here. And take out enemies as soon as possible. Because otherwise there's more and more are just gonna spawn and they'll catch us by surprise. Okay. See, there we go. Take out this boss monster. Ouch. Those guys hurt. And their attacks are relatively difficult to dodge. I feel like once I learned to dodge their attacks, that was a huge step toward me becoming better at this game. I feel like that was a really important step, a big milestone. I think that's the word I'm looking for. We gotta dodge those ice bubbles. Otherwise, we'll get frozen. So, I suppose I'll take a slow effect. Slowing enemies on hit is actually pretty powerful in this character, since you need enemies to stay within your attack area. Oh good, we got a backup magazine. That's really good on this character as well, and we're gonna go ahead and go to the next stage then. Okay. Let us continue to move forward. There we are. We'll keep going over this way. Because of that blizzard field that we have, we really can just kind of run around, sprint around without firing our weapons, and still deal a lot of damage. Ooh, ouch. Never mind. That's sketchy. Ooh. I feel like our damage has hit a bit of a plateau. Just a little bit. Okay, there's one more over here. I will grab another sticky bomb. So that's our third sticky bomb. I'll grab a teddy bear. We could make it number 4 on sticky bombs, but... There we are. Do not shoot me, please. Oh, okay. Oh, this is frightening, actually. This is a little bit frightening. I really don't like those machine gun guys. They're very scary for me. I don't like them at all. I don't like these guys either. Any of the pottery-looking enemies are not my favorite, to be honest. Simply because they intimidate me. Let me see what the... Attack speed, yes, we really needed that. Yes, attack speed will help us quite a lot right now. We'll get more of it. Oh, I should have taken the shields. There was a shield in there. Oh well. Oh dear me. Oh. Gosh. Oh. This is quite frightening. Oh, go away. Do not kill me. Do not murder me, please. Oh gosh. No, I don't like you at all. Ooh. See what I mean? Those guys deal so much damage. And you can't just dodge their attacks either. And if you're far away from them, I mean, if you're up really close to them, it's fairly easy to kind of get around them, you know, behind them. But if you can't do that, they're very, very intimidating to deal with. Okay, this is foolish. Like I said, foolish. But I did it anyway. Oh, hi. No, do not. Don't you dare. Oh, God, okay. Here, I gotta kill these guys first. Okay, he's dead. Oh, hi. This is really intense, actually. It's fairly early on in this run, but I think the game realized that we got really powerful and is sending more powerful enemies to stop us now. Is that our third ignition tank? That is wild. We do, however, need more single target damage. Okay, there we go. Okay, boss defeated. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that very much. Oh, this is scary. I don't like these guys at all. No, let's get rid of these healers. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Are they gone? Where are the enemies? Oh, there they are. Okay. I missed that completely. Oh gosh! Oh my lord! That was terrifying. I had really bad positioning there. That was really rough. Oh my goodness. That was super intense. I wasn't sure if we would make it there. Oh wait, there's more? Where are the rest of the enemies? Oh, hi. They're down here. Okay, let's see what we got. Yes. A ceremonial dagger. So this is a legendary item, which will generate knives when you kill an enemy that will seek out and kill other enemies. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I am going to grab the items in that shop. And I think we're good. That should help out a lot. So what is this? Charged perforator. Ooh, I really want that. I was hoping I wouldn't get rid of that one, but... So... when you use a 3D printer, it gets rid of one of your items at random. And I was hoping we would get rid of the other yellow item that we got, but we didn't. However, charged perforator is really good, and I wanted it. So that gives us a chance on hit, and remember we have a lot of hits right now, gives us a chance on hit to call down a damaging lightning strike. Which is going to be really good for us, simply because of all the hits that we have. I see more crit chance and movement speed over here. Why don't we go grab that? And a focus crystal, which increases damage at close range. Okay. Let's go ahead and try this. Now we have to make sure to stay on top of these enemies. I don't mean like positioning wise. I mean in terms of not letting a bunch of them spawn and overwhelm us. So we need to make sure that we're killing all of the enemies as they spawn so that they don't add up slowly and obliterate us, basically. Okay. Well, that wave was easy enough, so that's good. It could have gone much worse, though. I am going to take another teddy bear. We do- uh-oh. I don't like that at all. Nope, I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, that's really bad. We might die here. We might. Well, we didn't die there, so that's good. That was really rough. Okay. Wow, that was intense. So, the reason we didn't die there is because we had an item that allows us to turn invisible at low HP. And this is gonna be really bad too. Yeah, this is really sketch. This is very sketch. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Ah. That was a mistake. I was hoping we'd be able to kill the big guy faster, but we had to address the guys in the air. And we didn't do that. We didn't have time to do that, and we can then kill the guy on the ground. And I think we would have been better off if we had killed the guys in the air. Yeah, because that would have triggered our blizzard machine. Well, anyhow, that's it for this run. So I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed this ASMR, this gaming ASMR. And please let me know in the comments below if you have any feedback, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more of this kind of video, and where do you think a jellyfish would put its wallet? I hope to see you again, and if you enjoyed this video, a like and subscribe both really help me as a small creator. So, like I said, I hope to see you next time, alright? Bye!